At some point, I hope my mom doesn't see this.
Don't worry, she will not see it. That's if she's not so active on social media.
She is actually.
Okay, she'll forgive you, don't worry.
But at some point, I was dating my mom's friend.
You don't... Yeah. Because I know that the way you made this so intentional about mingling with the older ones. I don't know. It
just happened. Like, she was just so into me and I liked her at some point.
And you guys did a secret relationship and
nobody knew.
No. And she was comfortable about it. But at this point, was she married?
No, she wasn't married.
Okay, but currently now she's married.
I really don't know. There were actually two.
Please, were you in university?
I wasn't in school at that time. One was married.
That means you were still a teenager.
Yes, I was taking advantage. The married woman, she was becoming too obsessed. Let me put it that way. She was too obsessed at some point. When she now told me that she has applied for visa for us to go abroad and marry. That's why I ran. That was when I ran. It was that bad. Like, okay, she wants to give me a car and then wants to make it. She has 2 kids for her husband.
Wow.
I'm like,
okay.
But she was pushing for the relationship and pushing on everything. I'm like, what have I done to myself like this? It is all this. So when I got the admission, I thank God, this is the perfect way
to just run. But the single one, you were okay with her?
Yes, we were okay. But at the same time, I didn't want any of this. It was because it was not right. I knew it was not right.
Okay, you knew deep down that
I knew. I mean, you're my mom's friend.
Was she the first person that exposed you to that kind of life?
Yeah.
That's to the sex life and everything. It was that particular lady.
That's to an elderly person, like aged person, yeah.
Hi viewers, I'm your favorite girl, Kachi Celestine, and yes, welcome to my story with Kachi, powered by Rhythm Africa, and I have an amazing guest today on the show, Mr. Philip Omofere, popularly known as Mr. Philz. Hi Philz, how you doing?
What up? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's a privilege to be here with you guys today.
Oh, my pleasure. How you doing?
I'm okay.
I love your outfit. You look so good.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so can you kindly introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Philip Omofere Yoma, known as Mr. Philz.
Okay.
I'm from Delta State.
Oh wow, which part?
Yeah, Urobo.
Oh, nice meeting you.
You're welcome. Though I grew up in Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes when growing up, a lot of things happen.
All right.
But I was born in Delta State, but grew up in Lagos.
Okay, so what do you do for a living?
Okay, I'm into the nightlife.
Okay.
Known as public relation officer.
Okay, nice. Okay, so can you kindly share your story with us about your childhood?
My childhood, it was just there, nothing special. Though I was this kind of a person that loved to move with people who are way advanced than I am.
Okay.
Right? Like, I move with people that are more elderly. And it's been something that I've been working with till now that has helped me achieve the goals that I've gotten till date.
Okay, so while growing up, how was your family background like?
I'm from a royal home, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad is the first child, and his father was a king.
You guys, they're released now. You're a royalty.
Yes.
So am I talking to a prince?
Yeah, I could say I'm a prince. Let's put it that way.
Oh wow!
But the only thing there is my dad is a reverend, right?
Okay.
And when a title like that, let's assume he was supposed to be the king.
Okay.
After his grandfather, but you know what comes with those things?
Yeah.
And Christianity and that tribal side don't. Yeah. So he didn't actually go for it.
So is the reverend of which church?
He has his own church.
Okay, so you're practically not just from a royal family, you're also a Jewish son.
Yes, smart.
Wow, interesting. Okay, but where in particular, like, I know you said Yoruba, so which village or community?
Uwenro. That's where they make granite. Yes, Ogeli North.
So the current king, is he from your family lineage?
No, it passed on to a different one.
Okay, to a different one.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so growing up, what was it like? Is it from the village?
Nah, funny enough, I don't think I've ever been to my village. Except for one time when my grandfather died. I think that was the only time. I think I was like 1+.
How many are you guys, like your siblings?
We're 3.
Okay, so you guys practically grew up in the city?
Yes.
Okay, so how was it like growing up?
Well, we grew up in, let's say, Golden Spoon. That's how we grew up. You know, everything was there and all of that. But along the line, a lot of challenges came by. Though my parents are separated.
Now, currently.
Yes, they are separated. So I have step ones. I have step brothers, yeah. But from my mom and dad, we're just three. Two boys and one girl.
So why did your parents separate? Because you said your dad is a reverend and he owns his
Yes,
own
he was.
church.
It wasn't then.
Okay, then it wasn't.
Yes, it wasn't then.
So it's currently, like,
Yes.
it's the current status now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what really happened back then?
It's personal, actually. I can't.
Okay, but
I actually don't really know exactly what happened.
Okay.
Though I heard a lot of things happening, but I guess it's something that just happened.
But for you guys that grew up with your both parents, how was it like?
It wasn't easy because at some point at a very early age, we got separated from our mom.
Oh,
right?
why?
Yeah, so we actually grew up with my dad. Yeah, I grew up with my dad, the three of us. So it was like, I think we got separated by when I was 2. Yeah, I was that early, when I was 2 years old.
Okay, that means they've been separated for a very long time.
For a very long time, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
2 years.
Then I got to meet my mom again when I was about 16. That was when I had reunited with her.
Okay, so how was it like growing up with just your dad?
It's my dad was this action person. He was also in the military at that time too.
Wow.
So I will grow up in this
strong hands. Very
yeah,
disciplined
exactly.
and strict.
Disciplined, Imagine someone being a military man and you're a reverend. So you will not misbehave. You won't try it.
Yeah, but back then it wasn't. Was he a reverend as of back then?
Back then I think he started early though.
Okay.
Yes, he started early, but not so early.
Okay.
So at that time, when we were in Delta State, right? Because that's where I was born. So when I was 2, we left and came to Lagos.
Okay.
So at about that time was when he went to the ministerial.
Okay, so how about your school life back then? Primary, secondary?
Okay, schooling was fun because I never actually went to like primary 1, primary 2, no. Primary 1 straight to like primary 4.
Why? Your head, you were so good.
We were just like, it was in everybody's DNA. Wait. We just pushed.
Like, is it that you guys were so intelligent that
we're more than the class? So without wasting our time, you just took us like double, all of us.
So you were that brilliant. All of you were that brilliant.
We were trying, yeah. But we just felt like we were more advanced than the class that we were in.
Why? Is it about the age or about the looks?
No, it wasn't about the age. I think it was about the mentality.
Okay. Like you guys already, you knew.
Yes, the way we're trained, like, we got a lot of knowledge from him.
That's from your dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he was a scholar. Always about books and everything.
Okay.
You understand? So when we see ourselves in the midst of these younger ones, we feel like, this people are too low. That they are smaller than us, like they get so. A lot of principals then like, your child is doing well. Why not give him a double promotion, stuff like that? So it's been like that from time until we're done with school.
Down to your secondary school?
Yes, down to secondary school.
So your growing up, aside the fact that it was interesting, that it was sweet, your childhood, there was no time you guys faced any challenge being with just your dad? There was no...
There was actually. Well, I was really young then, so a lot of memories I've actually wiped off. But I know there were lots of challenges, having a different mother that you didn't know, trying to like cope. Then I was so young, so I didn't really know much. I think at some point my sister was like my mother. You understand? Because she's elder to me. She was like my mother, but along the line we got to like cope.
So are you the last?
Situation. Yeah, I'm the last.
Okay, so when you met your mom, how was it? How did you feel, or what happened?
It was very emotional. I still remember the day it happened.
Okay.
The day and the music I was listening to that particular day. So whenever that music comes on again, I just flashback. I think it's this song by is it Labyrinth? With you at me, seeing the day that beautiful.
Okay, yeah, that song.
So that was what I was listening to on the day I was going to worry for the first time. I was so anxious and nervous at the same time. And so when I got to the house, they were playing the same music on TV.
Oh wow!
Right, so it just stuck. So whenever I listen to that song, I just have that memory. Like, okay, this is the day I meet my mother for the first time.
Okay, so did you stay for a long time with your mom, or it was just
Yeah,
like
I did actually. Like
how long?
when I met her, then they resolved the issue they were having. So we just decided to come stay with her mom for some time. So that was when I went to the university.
Okay,
I
which school?
schooled Novena University.
You finished from Novena,
Yeah,
Delta State.
yeah.
Are you serious? Okay,
That was in
interesting.
2016. Yeah,
Okay,
2016. So from there I went to school and that was how this whole PR thing began.
what did you study in
Mass
school?
communication.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, from the time you stayed with your mom before going into the uni, that's it was from when you stayed with your mom, that's when you entered the university. So you
Yes.
didn't go back to your dad.
No, no, no. We just talks and calls.
Okay, so till now, you didn't go back.
No, no. From school, I started my whole life.
Okay, so why did you pick the PRO job?
Excuse me. I didn't pick it actually. It's just something that happened because I'm this very social person, right?
Okay,
And in school, from 100 level to my final year, each year I won most popular, best dressed, best male student from 100 to, and if you know mass communication very well, it's like a females department, like a whole lot of females, right? But amongst all departments, mass com was always coming first.
they're always like the most active.
You understand? So at some point, like I said, had something growing up like a gift. I don't move with people my age. I
Okay,
move with elderly people. So in school, I was moving more with lecturers, not with my classmates, right? So it gave me one kind of reputation. You
okay.
understand? And then I now discovered that because back in Lagos, I studied radio production, right? And I was like, okay, I'm anticipating to be a radio um personality.
You study radio production, like is it was an IT intern or okay
Yes,
IT from school?
yes,
From school,
yes,
okay, okay.
yes. So then I was anticipating like, okay, one day I'll be a presenter and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So, but when I changed the whole location and came to Delta, it all changed. I just forgot about the whole thing I did. So I've been having that mic, that changer
Yeah.
for microphone on. Oh, and my brother's also is into music as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's in Mavens. So it's been something like in the
Maven
family.
record.
Yeah, something in the
Okay.
family. So when I was at school, I now started emceeing events.
Wow.
Yes, so departmental weeks, I just MC like that. Sometimes I sing, and then there was this place, it's a bar that
Mm-hmm.
is owned by a lecturer of mine, where you come, you buy beer, malt, and stuff like that. So I came into the place and then I started promoting the place. I promoted it to the state that they started buying champagne and
Can you remember
whiskey.
the name of the bar?
It's Obese. Is this Sound City? Obese Lounge. Obese Lounge.
In Delta.
Yes, just close to my school.
Okay.
So I made it so interesting that at every Friday night, everybody goes there. I now made it to be a club night. So where they were selling beer, now they started selling champagne and others. Then I started having events, started bringing artists like that.
And they were paying you.
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
So I was making money in school
Oh wow.
very early. Yeah. So there was this DJ Switchy, that's his name,
Okay.
that I usually play in that place. Then he was working in the club that I worked when I came to Benin. Then he told them that there's this guy in this school. He's really known. He knows a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets an employment as a PRO, I believe he can bring people here.
Bring people here.
You
Yeah.
understand? So, and I got a call. Am I permitted to call the name of the club?
Yes, you are, of
Okay.
course. Why
Club
not?
Joker.
Club. Okay. The one at
Limits.
Limit. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a call from them. Hey, I heard you guys are this and that and that. Can you bring girls to our club? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And the first day I came, I brought 20 girls from Delta.
Where do you meet? Where do you get them from?
From the school.
Oh wait. The kind of girls you bring, what kind of girls do you bring to the club?
Like girls who want to party. Right?
Not like stripper.
No. Just girls who want to party.
Are they paid for it to be around?
Myself or the girls?
No, the girls. Of course, they'll pay you now.
No. They don't pay them.
So you just bring them for the fun, and you don't also
Yes.
say to them.
No. Like it's school. It's a school environment. Everybody's indoors, and it's a private school, so they don't let people out. So
Okay.
everybody's just bored indoor all through the weekend,
Okay.
looking for something to do. And then you have an opportunity of someone wants to take you to a popular club that everyone wants to go to,
Okay.
right? Your transportation will be paid to and fro. When you get here, definitely your feeding be handled. You definitely want to come and have fun now.
So is it because you were popular in school, you use that to the advantage of
Yes.
having so much
Yes.
friends around?
Yes.
So you just
And my department was also a female department.
okay. Yes, of course, because of your distance. So
Yeah.
now you call them and tell them there's
Yeah, I'm going clubbing. Who wants to come and club this weekend? I want a club. Let's go.
so the people that you're bringing the people you're bringing the girls for, do they have any plans of why they
No,
want
I'm not bringing them for anybody. I'm just bringing them
Okay,
to come and have fun.
to have fun? in
But
the
this
club?
is the catch, right?
Mhm.
In a club night, a lot of guys come to ball.
Yeah.
And when they come around, they like to see ladies around.
Mhm.
Right? The reason why we bring out these girls is to entice these people to come and buy drinks. Oh, there are
Okay.
fine girls in this club. Maybe I can talk to one. You understand? But some girls actually go home with these guys.
Okay.
Right? But
That's
some
but
don't.
it's their choice.
It's their choice. Some don't. But the reason why we bring them is just to entice these guys. Like, okay, there are so many fine girls there. And when a guy comes to a club and sees a girl, he wants to like impress the girl. He probably buy her a drink.
So those guys is
Now,
like the marketing strategy for the
Kinda,
club.
yes.
Okay, I get
So
it.
now the company is making money,
Yeah.
but they are spending money to bring these girls.
Okay.
You understand? Because they are paying their transportation, feeding, and
Oh
hotel
wow.
bills.
And you still
Yes.
get paid, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, they pay for them. That's if some of them are sleeping over.
Yes,
They'll
they
pay
pay for their hotel actually.
Wow.
Yes,
I didn't know they do something like that though.
really, they do.
Yeah, so that's why I even asked if they are paying the girls. As far
No.
you're
They just
not
make sure you are
bringing-
okay and
Yeah,
comfortable to come and have fun.
have fun.
Yes,
And they still do that to date.
sure.
Of
Even
course, your
more
work
than
now.
that.
It's your work. So by now it's like 100 girls or 50 girls.
Funny enough, I don't really do that anymore.
Why? You changed the pattern.
I wasn't really making money like that.
But you were enjoying it, right?
Yes, from the beginning I was.
And still now you're still PRO, right?
Yes, but like a management PR now.
Okay, like a management PRO. So you don't do more of those marketing kind of maybe it's
Nah, not really.
you leave for the
Exactly.
for the ones that wants to
For the
cash
new
out
ones,
for
yeah.
now. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Then there was something you said that you've always liked to roll with the elderly ones.
Yeah.
Was it also like that in terms of relationship? Because there is no way you just finish school the whole time and you didn't.
At some point,
Mm-hmm.
I hope my mom doesn't see this.
Don't worry, she will not see it. That's if she's not so active on social media.
She is actually.
Okay, she'll forgive you. Don't worry.
But at some point, I was dating my mom's friend.
You don't.
Yeah.
Because I know that the way you made this
It
so
was
intentional
crazy, right?
about mingling with the older ones.
I don't know.
Definitely.
It just happened. Like, she was just so into me and I liked her at some point. And
And you guys did a secret relationship and
nobody knew.
nobody knew.
No.
And she was comfortable about it. But at this point, was she married?
No, she wasn't married.
Okay, but currently now she's married.
I really don't know. There were actually two.
Please, were you in university?
I wasn't in school at that time. One was married.
That means you were still a teenager.
Yes, I was taking advantage.
No, now wait. Philip, wait. Okay, wait. Because I'm waiting for where we'll be hot. I know that you came out from a rich home.
But why did your mind go there?
No, because the thing is that I know I've met some persons that are so attracted to older people, like older women, and it happens when I see the cycle they are.
Okay.
So even for the ladies, it happens sometimes, but for the men, it's so intentional because you see a guy that is so attractive to older women, and when it's either they are being taken advantage of while growing up,
Yeah.
or aside either advantage being abused, or maybe they are used to the environment.
Yeah.
Yes, that's already
I think that's where it happened.
okay.
Okay, my mom used to have this very big cosmetic store.
Okay,
I think she still has one of the biggest
okay,
in Delta State. So
and it's still on, right?
yes, it is.
Okay,
So I used to be the one like go be there most of the time.
okay.
So while her friends come around, I attend to a lot of them, and at some point they prefer even me attending to them like my mom.
Why was that?
Because at that point I got so used to everything. I could prescribe anything you need.
And you were very smart, of course.
And I was like, I could tell you, okay, your skin color, you need this. to get to this, and you use it and to work for you.
Oh wow.
You understand? So I was very good at it at that time.
Okay.
So a lot of them they were so attracted. Sometimes is your son around? I want to come to the shop and buy something. I'm around. Say no. When he's there, I'll come. So that was how it all started. So there's this particular one that was always like, are you around? I want to come and buy. And when she comes, she buys, she's leaving, she's like, okay, take this 20K. Are you serious? Thank you. Like that.
Not 1,000 now, not 500.
No, like this I'm like 2015, 14 on. Then
because you already said you're not in school. That means you're
so I was not in school at that time, yes. So it was happening and happening and happening. And then from there, she started chatting once in a while. How you doing and everything. From there.
Relationship started.
It all started like that.
But let me say something here. This period that the lady, or maybe the time the lady was gifting you, were you not feeling some type of it? Were you not feeling like it's weird? Like, why are you giving this to ask?
I just felt like it's a normal thing because, I mean, a lot of them come around.
Okay, so when you guys started, did she ask you out? Did she tell you that she would like, did she say anything about relationship?
Eventually, she just said she liked me.
And how did you feel? You just
and I already got used to her. Talking to her and everything.
And you said
it got so crazy. There was a day she came to the shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
I and my mom were in the shop. And while they were talking, she now texted me like, hey, can we see? Like, okay, don't worry, go home. In 1 hour time, I'll leave your mom and come and meet you in the house.
As of that time, did you feel like you were being abused? Because like you were enjoying what was happening.
At first, it was very, very weird. But later, it felt different.
Was she the first person?
Yes, she was, actually.
So you never dated young girls? The way they'll see,
I did date one person back then when I was younger.
That's before you entered the uni? Because it's before you entered the uni, you had to... How did you...
You know, it was a change of environment. So I didn't really know much people here in Delta State. But back then in Lagos, I had a few friends.
Okay.
I had a girlfriend then. But then that kind of girlfriend is like... highest you do is like shake. Back in days of... I don't know if you know to go.
Yes, I even used
the days of
to
go and all those things. Yeah, that was when we like... we didn't know what relationship was back then. But at this point, it was something different. Right? I was like, okay. I was seeing a different world.
Okay.
And I was trying to like explore at the same time.
That means there was no guideline. Nobody taught you. There was no sex education.
No,
Did
really.
you know? So even when you were having those things with the lady, you didn't see it as girlfriend and boyfriend. What were you seeing it as? Boyfriend and woman friend?
Yeah, kind of. So
even when you guys were having some things going on, you didn't see it as, you saw it like a normal thing.
Yeah. Then I was, how do I put it? I was so different. I used to gym. Right, so I was really grab. I was way bigger than my age.
Bigger than your age,
yes.
Okay.
If I tell you my age, you may not even believe.
No, because it seems like you are really, really young for you to quickly.
How old do you think I am?
Let me guess. I know that you are not. Let me see.
I'm the last child. Remember.
You're not up to 30 yet. You should be around 27, 28.
Yeah, you tried.
Yes, you're not up to 30. You should be around 27.
I'm my mid-30s.
You're in your mid-30s?
Yes. I'm headed to my mid-30s.
Okay. You see fresh for your age, actually.
I'm still looking younger, right?
Yes. But that
then
time,
I was really big.
You're really big.
Really, really big.
You're really big. Okay, so now you said you dated two persons. That's and they are friends of your mom. The other person, was it the same period? Good.
But that was why I stopped the whole thing.
The second one was married. Who did you meet first? The single one?
Yes, I met the single one first.
How did you know the second one was married? What happened between you and the second one?
It's just the same way. Coming around, getting stuff. And then the gift I was getting from the married one was worse than what I was getting from the other one. Like way, way more.
Please mention some of the gifts she was giving. Aside huge amount of money.
A lot. It got to a point she wanted to get me a car.
Your mom was your mom not seeing anything about the change? She
wouldn't even know because I'm close to all of them.
No, not even about suspecting the relationship. The items you were getting, you were living with your mom, right?
Yes.
And you were not like you are coming from the uni to visit. You are not even yet in the university.
I was processing it already.
Of course. And even me, while growing up, I know my mom. You cannot just bring anyhow outfits into the house. They will know because they buy things.
I was that smart to make sure nobody saw anything. It's a big house. So many rooms.
Okay, so you were But growing up as a rich kid, what were the things that you wanted to explore in that you felt like you were not doing as a rich kid? Because I know some people that are poor would be like,
I grew up in
oh,
a
they wanted
Christian
money.
home, so nothing really. We were just happy, Like my dad's church then, we were the choristers.
What's the name of the church?
I can't remember again. I
Ye?
won't lie. I swear to God.
You don't know your Baba
I
church?
can't remember again. Because then he was practicing it then in
Okay.
Lagos. You understand? That was so many. I can't remember.
How about now?
Royal Pentecostal Assembly.
And the church is still alive, right?
It's for now. I don't think it is anymore because he's really aged now. He's over 70.
They can hand it over, even if you don't want to collect. They can still hand it over. Yes, that they can still. There must be somebody now that they can hand it over.
Okay,
You don't. It doesn't
maybe.
have to be a family person.
Maybe.
Okay.
But I think one of my stepbrothers, I think is the one who took over or has his own ministry, something like that.
But you never had issues with your step siblings, right?
No. We're so loving and close.
Okay. So just me, what happened between you
So
and
growing up in Lagos,
Mhm.
my dad's church, we were the choristers.
Okay.
Right? My elder brother plays the keyboard, I play the drum, my sister sings.
Okay.
And then my two younger ones, the step ones,
Yeah.
also sing. So if we, like the way Westlife used to be back then,
Mhm.
if we all come together and do a song, it's crazy.
Wow.
You
You guys should
understand?
recreate
But
that.
I used to, we all sang alto and tenor, all of us.
Wow.
You understand? Then my elder brother was the instrumentalist. So he taught us how to play instruments. I play keyboard and drums. He taught me. My
Okay.
sister does. My
Till
younger
now-
ones does.
till now, right?
Yes,
Okay.
we do. So that was how it goes. So our mindset was, it was different.
It was different.
So just
Everything was
focused
just
on-
godly and
So when we left there and came to a different Sin City, let me put it that way. Where is a Sin City? Because that's where everything happened.
Yes, everything happens
Right?
there.
That was when the whole thing changed. So moving forward to the married woman, it was getting, I didn't have anything intimate with her though.
Okay.
You understand? So, but I'm the kind of person who, if you get talking to me for a long time, you will just want to like me. That's just the truth.
Okay.
You will like me for no reason. And that's why I use that as a
What if I hate you now?
You can't hate me.
Yeah.
You cannot hate me.
Later you guys will tell me if you like this guy or
You can't hate
single.
me. I'm,
Sure, you're
I'm
single.
telling you for
Hope you're-
certainty.
There's
you
no way
can't
you'll be
hate me.
single. Even if you tell me you're single, that means it's a lie.
I'm married.
You're married. Where's your ring? Let me see. Hope your wife knows all this story. Oh.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, she will see it now. She will see it, of course.
doesn't.
And she will still forgive you. She will see it.
Yeah, but that's
Things
the
have
past
changed.
now.
Yes,
Haba,
of course.
come on.
Of course.
So, the married woman, she was becoming too obsessed. Let me put it that way. She was too obsessed at some point. When she now told me that she has applied for visa for us to go abroad and marry. That's why I ran. That was when I ran. It was that bad. Like, okay, she wants to give me a car and then she wants to make it. She has 2 kids for her husband.
Wow.
I'm like, all the while I was trying to push it away. You
Okay.
understand? But she was pushing for the relationship and pushing on everything. Like, what have I done to myself like this? It is all this. So when I got the admission, like, thank God, this is the perfect way
To just.
to run.
But the single one, you were okay with her.
Yes, we were
You were-
okay.
you were
But at the same
enjoying what
time, I
was
didn't
happening.
want any of this. It was because it was not right. I knew it was not right.
Okay, you knew deep down that
Yeah,
it
I
was,
knew.
it
I mean,
wasn't-
you're my mom's friend.
Where was she the first person that exposed you to that kind of life?
Yeah,
That's to the sex life and everything. It was that particular
that's
lady.
to an elderly person, like
Yeah.
aged person. Yeah,
Okay. So before then, and she was the first person you had a thing with.
yeah.
Because while you're in Lagos,
Nah,
you were not
nothing like
exposed
that.
enough to
Nah,
understand.
nah.
So at what point did you feel like you were being taken advantage of?
It got so crazy. I was no longer looking at young girls like, this guy's fine. It's got that. It's an obsession. It works with your mind. The moment you give that room, right,
Mm-hmm.
it works on you. That's the truth. It got to a point I was no longer like looking at a young girl like, this girl's fine, she has nice body and stuff like that. I was just looking at more advanced people.
But the youngest, were they coming for you? Because of course you're hot.
They were, but they were scared because of the way I was. Like I was looking like way more advanced. I don't know.
Okay.
How was then. I was just so different.
But if you say an advanced lady, you'll be drawn to that
Then
person.
after this whole thing was happening,
Okay.
it wasn't like that before.
Okay.
So after I started having this thing with these people, that was when the
Okay.
whole thing started.
So the time you feel your heartbreak was when you got that's the time you could break out from
Yes,
them.
when I got admission.
You already now. Were you getting aside the married lady that was so obsessed with you? Were you getting tired of the other one because the other one she was okay?
Yeah, but I knew deep down I knew it was not right. And
Okay.
then the obsession was becoming so much.
For you,
Yes.
being attracted to older women
attracted to me.
to you, okay.
Like every time you want to be around, to the point that you won't come to visit the house and sleep over at the house.
So when the obsession got so much and all of that, so what did you now do about it?
I just felt like it was time to stop this whole madness
Did you talk to them?
before it get out of hand, or maybe my mom finds out, because it was getting to that point at some time. You understand? So I just got admission and went to school.
You didn't say anything to the lady. They
I
didn't
just
reach out
told
on
them
phone.
I've gone back to school. They tried, I tried and tried. I kept deleting and blocking. I followed on all social media platforms and everything. That was how I disconnected. It was difficult for me though.
Why was it difficult?
I mean, it's something I'm used to.
Okay.
And now I've gone to a new place where I'm just still new.
Again.
I mean, these are people I talk to like almost all through the day.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes like, should I just call? They were still sending me money though. They were still sending me money towards a very, very large extent. But after a while,
you had to quit finally.
I think the married one traveled out. So be able to forget this whole thing. Because she started having issues with her own husband.
Because of you?
Because of me. That was when I know, no, it was time to stop.
That one is more than an obsession. I think she's not now okay.
Oh, it's an obsession. She was obsessed.
Oh.
Yeah, she was obsessed. Because I was trying not to make sure she gets too close. Because I know myself.
Yeah.
But it's happened and...
So when you go to the university, how did you survive knowing that you're attracted to older ladies? How did you survive being around friends, young girls?
I'm just kind of person that if I decide to make a decision, that's the end.
Okay, you just lock your mind.
I just lock my mind and that's it.
Okay, so your university days, how was it like? Because definitely you go into another relationship. So how was that like?
Yeah, I think that was the first time I had a heartbreak when I was in university.
So sorry.
Yeah, I had a heartbreak in my final year.
You didn't date from your year one, year two?
I did.
The year one, did you date a younger person?
Year one. Okay, in year one, school life now, you're now free. Mommy is not disturbing you, daddy is not disturbing you.
Yeah.
So you are doing your own thing when you want to do it. So then I didn't stay in campus.
I stayed
off campus, furnished my house and everything.
You were getting money now.
Yeah,
that money they were paying back to back.
Do you understand? So everything was very okay.
Okay.
So the department, I got to meet people. I know how to interact.
Yeah.
So I got liked very easy.
Okay.
So from there, other departments like that. And in the 100 level, I won most popular in the school.
Because of how active you were?
Yes. So it went on like that. And then I saw this particular lady that I liked. She was quiet. She doesn't talk to people. She's in your department? Yes, my department. She had a body feature that I liked.
But she's older than you?
No. She's way younger. But I got stuck with two ladies again.
That in your 100 level?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I approached her and she said she wasn't ready for a relationship whatsoever. I said, it's fine. I just liked her. But we got talking and we were just friends. So there's this other girl in a different department that I liked as well. So I said, since she's not ready for a relationship, let me just let her be. And then we're just friends, the other one. That one had a boyfriend. So I liked her, but I didn't tell her. But we're close. But I knew she liked me as well. So there was a particular day, she called me and she was crying. What happened? She said her boyfriend cheated on her. They've broken up.
You're happy?
I was supposed to be sad and I was saying that was
you're happy? What you're pursuing has come to you.
I have a chance. So like, okay, I am sorry and stuff like that. So along the line, like, okay, I've actually liked you. Said it was shit, but she doesn't want to go into a new relationship right now because of the whole heartbreak. Okay, fine. Now, this is where the thing got serious. The first one I asked her, that said she wasn't ready, called me on a particular day. Like, okay, I thought about what you told me. I think I'm ready for a relationship now.
Okay.
Like, Are you serious? Okay. Can we see in the evening? I said, yes. Okay, fine. The same afternoon, the other one called me that
And you are
she has
into
thought
both of them.
about it. She has thought about it now. I think the only way she can heal that heartbreak is allow me in. Now, how do I tell the first one now who has never dated any boy?
Oh, the first one you approach has never
She
dated.
hasn't. She just had a friend, but not really a
Yeah.
relationship thing. Now, how do I tell this first person now that you want to give it a try for the first time? That's when I asked you out, today I agree, and now I'm to go and ask someone out. And the person has agreed. Or how do I tell this other person now that before I came to meet you, I asked someone out before. So that you had that you want to use, so I cannot heal it again. So I got stuck. Both of them.
So what did you not do about it?
I dated both of them till final year.
Wait, I want to drink water. I'll need it.
The other one that had got heartbroken
Mhm.
knew about the first one because
Oh.
I didn't lie to her. I told her, like,
Oh, you told the first
we are
one.
dating. It's like, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Wait, I'll still need water anyway. Wait.
But number one didn't know about number two. So that's how.
That you could survive
Yes.
both
but the
relationships
thing
because
is,
one person agreed.
yes. But the thing is, the other one was already in 300 level.
That's the one that got
Heartbroken.
okay.
Yeah. So I knew that, yes, in a couple of months,
She'll be out.
You understand? I was like, okay, fine, let's just chill.
So till you finish your year one, so that means you dated just the both of them.
Yeah.
You were not looking outside. You weren't cheating.
No.
You were so faithful, but
Yeah.
to the two ladies.
Yeah.
And you could manage the relationship because one of them agreed.
Yeah. And I was staying off campus. So there was no time that anybody was going to clash. Because you can't just leave the school premises like that. You have to have a permission.
There was no time you had issues of being paying attention to one than the other. There was nothing like that happened. Like, you know, because of course there should be ups and downs.
Sometimes, yeah, jealousy comes from the other side. And then I told you about this thing before. You said it's fine. Like, okay, no problem.
But
the first one didn't have one single problem. Like, she knew nothing about, the other one.
You are the first boyfriend to her now.
Yes, you understand? So she was just still new. She was a virgin.
Okay.
Right? So we dated for a year and I think it was 200 level. She asked me, like, why are we not having this thing?
Okay.
Like, the intentions I have for you is not just this. I want it out besides school, like, in the future. Like, fine, let's just. That was the first time we ever did something.
Okay. But between the both of them, who was the person you liked the most? Because
both of them.
Though
number one was someone I felt I can have a future with.
Okay.
Number two was just someone we're having fun. Let's put it that way.
How did you manage I know some guys used to say that you hear, I like this lady and I like this lady, I don't know who to choose. Sometimes so it happens to the ladies.
They know who to choose. Don't mind what sister is a lie.
Exactly my point. So I already know that you should know who you really, really want. But you say you now love the both of them. There must be one person that is doing something that you didn't like better than the other.
Definitely, like I said, number one was someone I saw I can have a future with. Okay. The other one is someone I just felt like we're having fun.
So who broke your heart? Because you said that was the first time.
Number one.
What happened? You've showed that the way now. You're not the first boyfriend. You've already exposed her to the world.
Okay. This happened in final year. We graduated and all. So she's based in Lagos.
Right? Okay.
And I'm in Delta. So after school, she went to serve in, I think, was it Jos? One of these northern states, anyways. So we have not seen in like 6 to 8 months, right? And then my sister was about getting married. And she knows my family. Because my intention was that this is the person.
Okay.
Right? And all this time we dated, there was no sign of cheating or anything. She was loyal and all. So she was one of the bridal.
Bridal trains.
Yeah, so when she came, I was so happy to see her and all of that. That was the first time I took her to my dad. Like, okay, this is my girlfriend. Okay, she's fine. No. She looks like Mercy Johnson.
Oh wow.
Yes, body features. The old
okay.
Mercy Johnson, thank you. So The ninth of my sister's spinsters night.
Yeah.
So we're together, and I'm a Delta man. You understand?
Mm.
So if I know how I left my product, let me put it that way. That was not how I met it. So I just got turned off. I'm like, okay, don't worry later. So she left her phone and I went to her phone. And then I saw that she was having something with someone else where she was serving. So that was.
How did you cry?
It hurt me crazy. Like I was hurting.
But there are two now. If this are hurt you, not feel it like that.
No,
The second
like,
one now.
no, that was the 200 level already now. So she had graduated like 2 years and left.
Yeah, but you guys were still
so
on, right?
So it's just me and her now. Like we're just ourselves now.
Oh, after the second one graduated, you guys ended your relationship.
Yes.
Why?
She had gone.
But you can still have your relationship now.
Nah, she wasn't really.
It was more like
of the waka waka later on.
So you already know the kind of person.
I already know that
nothing
can.
So it was the number one babe that
so
actually.
So that's when now everybody know this is Philip's wife. You understand? So when she now noticed that I had known.
Okay.
I think it was like around 4 a.m. The next day was a wedding. She just packed her stuff and like she's leaving. Leaving to where? You don't even know Delta. You're coming from the north. So he doesn't care, or she just wants to walk anywhere she walks to right now. So my sister's husband now told her not to, like, just chill. We're begging and all. I mean, I was like, aha, it was crazy. So she begs me and everything. I'm like, it's fine, but
you can't continue.
So that was how we broke up.
Okay, there's something I want to ask. I want full honesty about it. I won't say it's a research that I've done, but I've heard like randomly, like a few times, I heard that you're from Irobo, right?
Yeah.
So I heard before you guys get married, or Irobo men do get married, there's this traditional thing that happens, like the wife to be has to give birth before getting married.
Not really.
So how is that?
Probably it was maybe the tradition there
of that particular,
but not really.
So currently now, if, for example, if I want to get married to an Irobo man, I don't have to give him a child before being a wife.
It depends on the family he's from.
Oh, okay.
So most of them are like tribal.
Yeah.
You understand? But a lot of things are changing. It's not like the way it used to be. Before, the tradition was so strong.
Okay.
You have to make sure that the woman is fertile.
Yes. Before, so I heard.
Not like when you get married now, then they have nothing. Do you understand? So that's why that thing actually started then.
Okay. I just wanted to know about that. Okay, so after the heartbreak from your girlfriend and everything, so how did you move on with your life? What else happened?
That was when I decided to just go fully into hustling, making money. She tried begging and all. I was hurt though. I felt like I should come back to her, but I couldn't.
Why?
We should try to work it out actually.
But it didn't work out.
But it was not working again.
Because of the distance and trust. There was already trust issues.
It was already broken. And we tried, like she came to Benin, she came to see me a couple of times. Like I couldn't touch her. I just felt like, she knew it was not working. Okay. Like, let's not just stress ourselves.
Let's just move on.
That's how I moved on.
Okay, so is that after then? Is that when you go into your PRO? When you do your PRO?
I was from school.
From school, yeah. Okay, so you went.
So when I graduated, then they told me to come here fully. That was when I moved down to Benin.
To Benin.
Yeah, so they rented a house where PROs used to be and stuff like that. So I started just like his PRO bringing girls. Because there are two types of PROs. The one who brings girls and the one who brings customers. Ballers, people that come to buy a drink.
Okay.
So it got to a point, yes, they were paying me salary for bringing girls, but I wasn't really getting money. When you bring customers, that's when you get real money.
Okay. So you also now went into bringing...
So I now went into bringing customers and left, like I reduced from bringing girls part.
Okay, so but did you not feel something might go wrong? Bringing those girls from another state to this place, something might happen, God forbid, probably being kidnapped, accident. Were you not scared of the job?
No, I was so confident. Like I'm very positive, whatever I do.
Okay, so the period where you were doing this job, most people that do similar things, it's related to drugs, it relates to smoking, drinking. How was your life like around that cycle? Because this is you're always in club, you're always working,
Yeah,
your nightlife.
I wouldn't lie. At some point, I got involved in some of this stuff.
Like what and what?
At some point, I started smoking cigarettes.
From school, right? From when you
No.
started. Okay, after immediately you got down to Benin.
Yeah, after
Benin
I got out
opened
to
your
Benin
eyes.
from the club, you understand? At some point, I started smoking cigarettes. Right?
Okay.
So, and I smoked it for a while.
But were you also addicted to it?
Yeah, I would say I was.
Okay. How about now?
Because everybody know I've stopped.
Okay, you stopped
Yeah, I've
smoking.
yeah.
So was it only smoking? How about drugs? How about drink?
No. Alcohol, yes, we take alcohol, but then we're smoking cigarette. But the thing is, I know how to discipline myself and put it that way. Probably because of the home I was coming from.
You're coming from.
So even the cigarette I was smoking, I wasn't really happy, but it's just something like, useful exuberance. Everybody wants to try something. But I never got involved in this hard drugs and smoking and stuff like that.
Things.
Everybody was doing it. I gotta try it. Everyone around me was doing it.
Okay, that's why you wanted to try it.
Yeah, but I never did. I never did try it because I didn't.
So the smoking, how did that start? Like, is it because of the people you?
Yeah, I would say people around me, and I just like, okay, let me try this thing.
Did you feel that cycle was good for you?
It's where I was making money, so I didn't really see. You
don't have any choice.
Yeah, so I was making money. But along the line, you have a choice to do or not to. But I just wanted to give it a try. And when I started doing it, I was not liking it at some point.
Okay.
You understand? But in a long time, like I did it for a couple of years. Yes, a couple of years. Then when I got married in 2013, sorry, 2023.
Okay.
That was the year I stopped.
How did you meet your wife?
Okay, there was this plaza I usually go to. She was working there downstairs. So I used to use her logistics company.
Okay.
So that's how we started talking. So whenever I need to use a bike or a cab, I'll just call. Okay. So from there, became friends. And then I was dating someone else when I was talking to her. Like just friends.
You are not lacking relationship at all, back to back. If you take break for a while,
I was actually. But it's just that if I'm taking one serious, I'm taking one serious.
But after that, your baby girl broke your heart, the one from school.
Yeah.
How long did it take you before entering into another relationship?
It still happened again. There were still two.
So now the time you moved to Benin after your other heartbreak, that was when you entered into another relationship. Yeah. Okay, so how many? You said two. How? Why?
Okay, you see this nightlife thing, it drags you into many things, right? You get to meet people. Like from the nightlife, I've met a whole lot of people, like in high places. That's one of the advantages.
Okay.
I've met, even at a certain point, I met a governor.
Oh wow.
Yes, you understand. I've met a lot of actresses, actors. You understand. So I've got a lot of connections from this nightlife thing. So the thing is, everybody likes someone who is here and there, popular, doing okay for himself. You understand? The ladies will always come around. But and the kind of person I am is, I'm kind of emotional in a way. I don't want to hurt you, even though you want to hurt yourself. I will still let you know, come. This route you want to take is dangerous. And don't worry. So the first relationship was, we're friends. She was always coming around, and at some point she was like, okay, can I come to your place and visit you? Okay, no problem. She was a very good cook.
Yeah.
So then she'll cook and bring to my place like that. She spend the weekend. So I noticed that she comes this weekend, she's leaving. She comes with 2 bags, she'll leave one and take one back.
She was already giving you wifey.
Okay. The next week, and before you know, my house don't full. All our belongings was not in my house. That was how that relationship started.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. Then the second one was, she was working in my place. Though it's like a taboo to have something to do with someone that works in your place. But this particular person now.
What was her job, bro? When you say your place, is it your house or
my workplace?
Your workplace. What was her role?
I can't say that.
You're not telling us her name.
She was a senior colleague.
Is she older? Because yes. after
yes.
I wanted to ask, after your experience from your teenage life and you went into uni, the two girls you met
Were
people,
young.
yes, they were young. Did you get to meet someone
These two
older?
were older.
These two, they were older.
Yes.
And the other one was your friend.
Yes.
So what was her role? Or was the person also working in Choka?
No.
And I'm working, but you said your workplace.
This older one was working in Choka.
That's the second one.
Yes.
Yes, now that you said she has a big role. You are not telling us anything. So what was her role?
She had a big position.
Yeah. What was the position?
I can't say the position.
I don't want her name. Is she still there? Okay. But is she still there?
She's not still there. But if I say
people that watch you, they will know.
Yes.
You don't want to cast your matter.
No,
no problem. I'll forgive you for this one. I'll forgive you for this one.
But she was like a senior colleague.
Okay.
You understand? I was just a PRO at that time, but I was doing well as a PRO.
Okay.
Because I'm one of the people. I also won awards like best marketer for 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like one of the best players I've ever had.
Okay.
Like from a very young age. You know, I shot up from the rest PROs.
Wow.
They get
impressive.
Like all my peers were there, but I was moving with people like you come
That's
to
way
ball.
older, yeah.
No, in 90 come spend 6 million, 5 million, and the other PRs are big people that spend like 80K, 100K.
Where are you meeting your clients? Like where
I meet them. I have ways the way I meet them. Hotels, you know, eateries. I just have a way of interacting and you just like me.
Okay. Sometimes you walk up to them.
Yes,
right?
I do all the time.
Okay.
You know, so you got to a point. I was given a car by Joker. You understand? So and I was given a position as a management staff.
Oh, wow.
So I was now the assistant head PRO. So the PROs I was working with then, I was now heading them. They were under me now. Then at some point, I was now made the head PRO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so gradually like that. I was making a lot of money. But like I said, there's also a disadvantage in everything.
Yeah.
Benin especially. Okay, it happens everywhere now.
What was the disadvantage?
Okay, first of all, I would say the influence I had, the smoking and everything started from the club life.
Okay.
Yes, started from the club life. If I wasn't working in the club, I would never have smoked. You understand? So, you know, there's this thing that happened in the club. Let's assume a customer comes to your club today, spends 2 million, he pays. He comes tomorrow, he spends 3 million, he pays. If he comes the next day, spends 6 million, he pays 3 million, tells you, please, I can't make any transfer till weekend. It's normal, like, okay, no wala. He has been coming, he has been paying. And then you let him go this one time, and boom, you don't see him again.
At that point, what will you do?
It's on me. So there was a point where I worked for about a year, and I've raised about 25 million from percents I get. Like this how it works. Whatever a customer buys, you get a certain percentage of the money that the customer buys. That's how you make money as a PRO.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yes. Besides your salary, there's a monthly salary, but monthly salary is like shaking change.
Yeah,
you get
compared to your.
Let's assume you're making like 150K in a month, and your customer comes to the club and spends 2 million, and 10% of 2 million
is your own gain.
It's over your salary for the whole month. You get. So, and then I was having them back to back. So there was this particular year that I knew I was very hot. I made a lot of money and I'd saved up like 25 million in the office that I've not collected. And then these customers from nowhere, they just did this thing and boom. I saw myself owing close to 20 million.
Out of 25 that you saved?
Eventually the whole money was taken. I wasn't paid.
So how do you guys deal with such customers? Is it that after learning first lesson, you will not allow it again, of course, right?
It will always happen. It's just that you just have to wait. It will always happen. It happens everywhere.
But it's if I'm in your shoes and I've had that experience where I have
it's just that the only thing you have to do is just tame it, know how to control it, know the people you deal with. Take actions, like know how to get them and use force. Because then we're not using force because yes, we don't want to chase these customers away.
Were they young? The people
of course, young guys.
Then
it's the young ones that spend money in the club now.
Then you pay now. If you have, even if you've been paying before.
Even if you want to arrest them, tell you I'm owing, I'll pay. Highest. You can't lock them up for owing money now.
Yeah, because they have to also work and pay back that money.
You understand? And besides, these same persons that spent let's assume now it's owing like 3 million here. Definitely, you spent like 60 million on your club.
So
and
you
it's owing
just
3
see it
million.
like
Do you
wow.
get? So I just feel like the management was like they were really cruel at the end of the day because I mean this PRO here has brought over
Like you
500
get
million to your place in less than 2 years plus,
that's my point.
right?
It was
And
too
then
much.
it's owing this, and then your season is 25 million. Why?
So why are you saving the money in the
Because there was debt from the customers, so they were not paying me. They were just keeping it. That when these customers have paid, then they would pay me my money. But I didn't know there was a different plan, like to seize that money. They didn't want to pay it because it was too much.
so they took all but since your bill was 20, the bill was 20 million.
Yeah, but it doesn't up to that amount. But all of a sudden, debt just came coming up from where I didn't even know. They were just coming up like they were just manipulating everything, and I was not so.
You did see that
I
out
was
of
not,
jealousy because
it's-
you were before you came, they had people that were leading, that were the
yeah,
boss.
jealousy was also there. There
Yes.
was a time. There
Before
was
you
a
know,
particular
just
time I think I was even poisoned. Yes,
in that same club.
yes, I was poisoned. Food poisoning. I don't know who, but I think later I got to find out who. But I just felt like okay, that's happened, but it's no level.
You didn't do anything about it. You didn't file a complaint.
They just told me that when you see the person the next day, you will know it's the person that did it. 12 midnight, I was rolling on the floor. I was vomiting
Sulin and all.
but I became okay. But I vomited everything. I became okay. So I was supposed to go from there. My aim was supposed to go from there. Right. But I'm just a destined child. Let me put it that way. And then I saw the person the next day. I saw the shock. And I smiled. I knew what.
Because he was expecting that, oh, you're not supposed to come out alive.
Even if I'm not alive, at least I should be down for a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. Maybe a hospital bed,
Yes,
be on medication, drip and all.
So when I saw the person the next day, I just smiled. I went to shake the person. It was a guy.
I think that's wickedness. Because coming from where you saw people that had the power and before you know you were promoted, you were this, you were,
and I actually met the
feels.
person there. Like, the person has been working there before I came.
I'm probably looking for that opportunity to have what you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they took that money from you, did you had plans of resigning? Because some people don't get angry and say they want to leave.
Yeah, I had plans to, but at some point I'm like, okay, let me see if I can actually get this money back. Since they have taken the money, now you're telling me to go and get it from them and to collect it. But I know it's not possible.
Yeah.
You understand?
Some others say you can't even reach them.
It's not possible. You can't reach them. Most of them have traveled out.
Yeah.
Some change number, some even block. You get. So on rare occasion you can almost see a few. And the ones you are seeing now, then they were hot, they had money. Now they don't have. How do they pay you?
That's terrible.
They don't have money anymore. So you know when you are balling, there's a different spirit. And that thing is, if a customer is balling in the night, right? You're already high and everything. The ginger is there, you are willing to spend anything. But once money don't reach, your eye don't open, you look what you spend. No. I can't go spend money. No, I not go pay. I not get that kind of money. It go to pinch you. You understand? That's how it works.
So what did you now do? You stayed back?
I stayed for a long time actually. I was trying to like get myself again.
But nothing like that happened.
No. But after a while, I just felt like then the club shut down for renovation.
Okay.
It's till now, still under renovation.
Is that why you're no more there?
That was one of the reasons.
Okay, one of the reasons.
Yes.
But where you are now, it's a place that gave you a bigger offer.
Yes.
But same job.
Yes.
What was the name of the club?
Driveway Lifestyle. It's a new place.
The new place. Where in Benin? Where is it located?
It's at First opposite Squarehead.
Oh, I know they did some renovation there. I was seeing a beauty store. Okay, so there's a new club now.
Yeah, Driveway. It has a game room, it has a domo dine, and it has a club and a lounge.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so the time you were working at this other club, you were already in a relationship with two ladies.
Yeah.
And one of them, she was also working there. So how were you able to manage that kind of relationship?
It was crazy because, I mean, like I said, you're not supposed to have anything to do with anybody.
Okay.
It's a fine. It's that one person gets sacked and then one person will pay some of, is it 100 or 150 then? So it was a hidden relationship.
If you pay the money, will you still be dating the person?
Yeah, where the person will stop.
Okay, but the person will stop. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So it was a hidden relationship at that time. So we went on, the same obsession thing came. And I was like, okay, I don't really want this thing serious. But it now turned out that it was not very serious. It got to a point where I was no longer staying in my house anymore. I started lodging.
Why?
I stayed in the hotel for 1 year.
You stayed in the hotel for 1 year. Was she coming to your house unannounced?
Because the other one was now staying in my house and refused to leave.
You you saw free wife now.
I've gone through a lot.
Oh my god.
She refused to leave.
Did you talk to her about it to leave your house?
Several, like, okay.
What's happening?
And then she brings emotional blackmail and cry and stuff like that. Like, again.
So how do you and the one in the club, how do you guys meet? How do you do your meeting? Because there's one that is acting.
That's why I said I started staying in the hotel.
Okay.
So I was no longer going home again because I didn't even want to see the other one.
So how were you able to manage your
so
life?
Eventually, I traveled out.
Okay.
Right? So that was when, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm traveling. I want to sell everything I have.
Which country did you go to?
I went to Dubai.
Okay.
So that was the way I was able to like shake both of them off. And then the one in Joker left. She was no longer working there again.
Working there, okay.
Yeah, so okay, no problem. And then that was how he left.
That's how you were able to. So you're always running away.
I'm always running away. So after that particular one, I said, you know, get any friend who will come with me and say, I don't care. I don't mind. You will mind. I will not do. So since then, I've not had any.
How was your life in Dubai? How long did you stay?
I stayed there for 2 months.
Okay, was it like a fun trip? Or what?
Yeah, it was. Actually, I went with my mom, my brother. We just went to have fun.
Okay, with your mom.
Yeah, it's a family movement.
Your mom, she knows how to jaye.
Yes, so she likes flexing.
Yeah.
So we just went to chill a couple of months and we came back.
Okay, and you didn't meet anybody there?
Nah.
So just for the fun.
Dubai is a tourist place. It's a tourist country where you just come have fun. You can make friends. I made a few friends, but nothing serious.
Okay, so when you go back, what happened next?
When I go back, yes, I was back in Joka, and then they were like, okay, block. Hello. I started blocking like that. I started
you were meeting more. So that means in your place of work, you can just meet girls that approach.
Yeah, they do all the time till now.
So till now?
Yes.
How you be able to, because now
But now I'm married, that's why it's like, okay.
That's like something you can just take off.
Once you're okay, he's married, okay. But even at that, they still try to.
So as of that time, how were you able to
I just became that disciplined person again.
Okay.
I was not like giving it face to anybody.
So after that, you now met your wife?
No, I met someone else before my wife.
This your relationship now, I'm even counting it is much.
I met someone else before my wife, and we broke up 4 months of our wedding.
Okay, yeah, because you mentioned that when you met your wife, you were with someone.
Yes.
That was the person.
Yes, my wife knew that person.
So you dated that person for like how long?
2 years.
What happened? But that person was the only person this time around.
Yes, was
okay, so what happened? At some point, did you feel like you would have gotten married to that person?
Yes. I said it was 4 months for our wedding. Like I paid for everything, hall, ashwebi, everything. Everything went to waste.
Oh, 4 months to your wedding, that's getting married to this person. Yes. What happened?
She called it off actually. She started showing some kind of signs that I wasn't seeing previously. She was an alcoholic.
Okay.
Like strong alcoholic. I work in a club. I drink all the time. But she was a very strong alcoholic.
That means you were learning.
I was learning.
Very
Do you
good.
understand? And when she drinks this thing, she begins to misbehave and do a lot of shit. Then she was suicidal also. It's something I saw at one time. I overlooked it. But then it happened again.
How? Well, how did she?
Like if we have, probably we'll have an issue and I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm done. She would just go and take sniper and drink.
Jesus Christ.
So the last one happened. Okay, there was this friend of mine. She worked in Joker. She's
Okay.
like, I call her my daughter. So Joker brought her to Benin City.
Okay.
And whenever she has an issue, she always calls me like, sir, what should I do? So I advise her and stuff. I know how to give advice a lot, and it works for everybody. So there was this friend of mine who comes to the club to ball, and he was like, he likes this girl. Like, okay. That kind of thing. I'm close to her, I'm close to him. So I know how she is, I know why he is. Okay, no while and I link them up. And this guy knows my ex.
Yeah.
Right? She also knows my ex because my ex was working in Choka before.
Yeah. That's
I didn't say that part.
the lady. Okay.
No, not that lady. Not that one.
So what do you after now?
But I stopped her from working in Joker so that we can have a relationship.
Okay, is it before the active wife and
yes.
the high esteemed lady came into the picture?
Yes, after that one has left.
Okay, after they left.
Yes.
Okay, that was before you traveled, right?
Yes, before I traveled.
Before you traveled. Missy didn't last.
She was on the picture. She was in the picture already.
That was like 3.
Yes, she was in the picture, but not serious.
It wasn't serious.
Why? It wasn't serious. So we're just chilling.
Okay.
But then when I said, okay, let's take it serious, I stopped her and I opened a business for her. So
wow.
we now became legal at that point. So going back, I linked my friend and her.
Okay.
So they were now. I thought maybe it was just normal chilling and all.
Mm-hmm.
But then they were so serious. Like I'm like, okay, it could work. So sometimes we could lodge. They could lodge in an hotel. I and my ex would lodge in the same hotel. 4 of us would be together chilling out and everything. So me and her we were so close, both of us, the girl. Like she could tell me anything about herself.
Yeah.
You understand? We were that close, very close. And then one day, something happened to her man, which is my friend. He got arrested because I have the connections to most of these policemen.
Okay.
So I made a call for him and I went there. And eventually I got him out of the cell.
Okay.
But it took like almost the whole day. So when we went back to the hotel room, she now texted me that, okay, look at her now, he has gone out again. And he just came back. Mm-hmm. And now I'm on my flow. Like, are you serious? What are you going to do now? Say, I don't even know, but don't worry, I'll be okay. So I was playing game on my phone, and then my friend now came to call me, and I dropped my phone on the bed. Went to meet him. So it was not locked.
Okay.
So she went and she opened and went to that chat where she was telling me she was on her floor.
And she picked that one.
She just picked it and was like, I'm having something to do with her. Are you crazy?
Now, why would the girl tell you that she's...
How is she? Okay. Am I supposed to do with her? How? For crying out loud, I'm going to introduce this girl to my friend.
So obviously she knows.
So what are you saying? You know this girl, she's also your friend. Why would you say no? She don't drink that day. I know this and that and that and that. Like, started accusing the girl, accusing me. Like, what are you saying? Okay, if I want to have something to do with this girl, will I introduce her to my friend? You will not even know.
Yeah.
It turned to a very serious issue, actually. And then the next morning, while that girl was resuming work, she went to the office and started fighting the girl. Like, you, husband snatcher, this and that, you're sleeping with this person, this and that, and that. Started accusing her, sleeping with so many people in the same office, which was not true. And because of that thing, the girl got sacked.
Oh, that's cruel.
The girl got sacked. And she didn't even give a fuck. She didn't care. She just went on with her life. And I opened a store for her, a unisex salon and a beauty studio.
At where?
At before Sazi, after Ajib.
Okay. And it's still running till now?
No.
Okay.
It cost me about, was it 6 million then? So when we broke up, she sold it. She sold everything. I left it for her.
What did you do about what she did to your friend?
That was when she told me she was tired, I'm cheating, she can't continue the relationship. Like, are you serious right now? It was so crazy. But I was not looking at what she was doing. I was looking deeper. Like, this could be spiritual. Like...
Do you feel like it's the drink that is affecting her?
The thing is, my parents didn't actually want that marriage.
Oh, they didn't really want
it, but I wanted it.
She has anger issues too, right?
Terrible.
Because for her to just, of all she could think, is sniper or maybe cut herself and stuff like that.
Issues. So I've just been like, I can't leave her. We'll be together for a long time. I don't want to just leave her like that. You understand? But my parents didn't actually want it. But because I wanted it, that's why it's just like, okay, fine. So then she called my father. I am done. I'm not gonna marry your son again. Call my mom. So the same thing. They're like, why now? Please, I don't do that. Eh? They were happy about it. Like, fine, thank God.
Did he even care if you spent?
Like, let her go. So when Anna agreed now, like, okay, fine, I don't agree. We're canceling everything. Then on the group chat for the brides and the groom, she posted it, we're done and everything. And I told her, okay, as it is, you can't be staying in my house again now. We're no longer together. I have to leave my house.
Just leave.
So, and I left. The next morning, her mom called me. She was crying. I should go to the house. I'm like, why? What happened? Because I was in the hotel. I go to the house, so I went to the house. When I got there, I saw her on the floor. She was convulsing already. I looked at the ground. She had mixed fleet and fuel and drank it. She was already almost stretching. We had to rush her to the hospital. It took almost 2 days to get her back. I spent millions. There's a BMC. It's opposite Bidin Medical Care, opposite Club Rave. Yeah, that was what we'll talk about soon. So,
why would she go to that length?
Yeah, she actually did. So when she became better, her parents, her mom, her auntie, all of them came. We were not begging for.
They should help their child.
I shouldn't chase her. Eh?
Did they even suggest for? Did you at any point suggest for the therapy or the psychologist?
See, it was just I don't know. The thing is, I asked the mother. I said, okay, let's turn the whole situation around. She's not your daughter. I am your son, and I want to get married to this girl. Would you allow me marry this girl? I say, if you answer this question truthfully, I will forgive and I will go ahead with marriage. She couldn't answer the question. I told her, thank you very much. I closed the bill and I left. That was how.
That relationship ended.
That's how it ended. So I think a couple of years later, they came to pack her stuff and she tried to come back, like she tried everything, but I'm just that kind of. I have a very soft heart, but when I say no, that's nothing,
very close. You shut that door.
Shut down. So along the line, I started talking to my wife, like, okay, this is what I'm going through and everything. So I advising me and stuff. From there. We did it for just 4 months before we got married.
How come all your bad relationships it's almost like you want to do GC, NYC, everything?
Yes. Yeah, all 2 years, but this one just took 4 months.
Why? What happened in the space of
everything
4
was
months?
just connected, and I just
this one now. Did you feel the spirit?
Yeah.
At any point, did you go to church? All this while living your life.
I'm a Christian now. I go to church.
It's still different thing, though. You can be a Christian and
I'm so
home.
dedicated. Oh my God.
Which church are you attending?
Redeem.
Oh wow, which Redeem?
It's what parish is that? It's close to my house. It's a new parish.
Okay.
But I'm new to the area, so I don't really know much. But I go there, I play keyboards for them and drums sometimes.
Like currently?
Yeah.
So in the space of 4 months that you met your wife, and how did she agree to get married to you? Because I know, yes, I've even heard the story where a lady met her husband. They only dated for 3 months, and they just feel like they were compatible.
Yeah, if everything is connected, you just why waste time?
So this time you were not thinking of, because you really wanted to settle down.
Yeah, I wanted to, because I felt like
happened.
I'm not getting young, right?
Okay.
And I don't want to be the kind of guy who goes around like meeting this and that. And I was done and tired of this double thing.
Yeah.
You understand? So I just want one person that I would just give my whole attention on everything.
What did you like about her that made you settle?
She was just like me. I saw me in her, my characteristics.
What are your characteristics?
Like what I like to do,
okay.
What I like to eat.
Is she into
things
music?
I like to say. No, she's not into music, but she can sing as well.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right? Like, for example, let's say we're driving somewhere, and maybe the gate man opens the gate to an eatery or something, and I just like the way he handled me coming in. Like, if I'm going, I'll tip this guy. I say it in my mind, right? And then we're coming outside, like, babe, please, do you have 1,000? Let me give this guy. That kind of connection.
That's so sweet.
To get.
Aww.
I want to say something now.
Okay.
And I've not said it out. She will just say the same thing.
Wow.
So it was just so connected. I didn't just waste time. I just
You're like, okay, this is it. This is it.
sharp.
So after you got married, which is 2023,
Yeah.
how's your life been? Because I know you're still doing the same job.
Yeah.
You've settled down. So what was going on in the space of 2023 to 2025?
Like I said, the club shut down. So at that point, I was more or less not that busy anymore.
What were you
While
doing?
waiting for, and then they opened an hotel. So I was like more into the hotel part, but the money wasn't really coming in.
Where's
Again,
the hotel? They
same
have
place.
okay.
Yeah.
So the club just shut down and the hotel was
Yes.
functioning. Okay.
Yes. So the money wasn't really coming like it used to
Okay.
anymore, right? And things were kind of slow, but were just a passion. So I just decided, okay, fine. Due to the loyalty I have for the company, that's why I still stayed.
Okay.
You understand? But I mean, the club has been shut down since 2023, and this is like going to 2 years.
That's
You
a long
understand?
time
It's a long
renovation.
time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a long time. So I just feel like I'm a family man. I can't just be
Sit
stuck
back,
in
yeah.
one place. And then all this while I'll be getting offers, like huge offers. Huge.
Same here in Benin.
Same here in Benin.
Like the Benin,
every club that wants to
yeah, they
open
are paying.
wants to call Philip because they've
Oh,
heard, okay, he
wow.
has a lot of people and stuff like that. You understand? So, but I was refusing all these offers because I had this loyalty for this brand.
Okay.
You understand?
Did that affect you in any way?
It did.
Okay.
It did on the long run. Because if I moved at that time when it was shut down, I would still move with my crowd that I had.
Oh, that you had, yes, carry your client
But
there.
due to this time that I was just chilling behind, a lot of them have gone to different places and scattered everywhere. You get. So now, like starting up in a new place now is like starting all over, trying to build it back again.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like trying to get the crowd back from where they've gone through, trying to bring them out of there.
Out of there,
back
yes.
to my new place, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because this place, I've been here for just 2 months.
Okay, so
This is my second month.
how did you get to the new club you're working now?
They also heard about me.
Okay, about you, and they just reached out.
Yes,
and
they reached out and I felt like it's the perfect time.
Okay. So is this what you want to do full time? Like this PRO job? Or do you have other plans of doing other stuff? Is there any personal business you're into aside?
Yeah. At some point I used to have a phone accessories business. At some point I also tried seafood. I'm into a lot of things.
Okay. Not just the PRO.
No. I use that PRO thing to boost a lot of things I do. Because since I have these people.
Okay. So what are one of the things you do? What?
I'm also into artist management. I'm
Okay.
also into entertainment. I'm also into anything that has to do with entertainment.
Which artists have you? Is there any artist that you've managed or you're currently managing?
I've managed a couple of artists, but we didn't take it so professional because they are still upcoming and they didn't really.
They didn't work out for.
You understand?
Yeah.
I had a platform. You understand, to push them, but a lot of them are not really ready, and I don't think I'm actually fully ready for that too.
Okay.
And the dream is to have a club of my own one day because there's a lot of money in club.
I can see.
Of money.
For you to save 25 million, there is.
There's a lot of money they are spending. Trust me. You can actually get as much as 6 million in a night.
And yourself. Now that we have Yahoo guys that are cashing out back to back, that's where they just pour out their money.
That's where they put the whole money.
Free spraying and all of that. Okay.
You understand? You can make as much as 2 million one night. From percentage, yeah.
That means the club waitress and waiters, I don't know what they call them, but those people that usually serve and all means they pay them well. Because some of them I know
they do, but not that well. Like there's a range.
Okay.
They pay all these people, yeah, there's a range. It's just that if you are hardworking, right, you'll make money. That's why all the club people want is people who can bring people that must spend money. Those are like the VIPs.
And you started this work like when you were still very, very young.
So I've actually taught a lot of PROs the same game and they're actually good at it now.
Okay.
You understand? So it's just something that it's inbuilt. I can easily adapt to wherever I am.
So do you think there's possibility for you to move out of Benin? If you want to open your club, do you want to open it here in Benin? Because of the popularity.
Benin.
Or you would like to expand
it? When we started this whole game, right? The clubs in Benin were just like 4. But as we speak, there are almost 30 clubs in Benin. This same small Benin. Wow. So the competition now is crazy. Like everyone is dragging everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We don't have so much people in the city because when this crisis that happened, they run out of the city, right? So everyone is dragging the same set of people. So you may be lucky to have these people come to your club today.
Mm-hmm.
You may be lucky for them not to come today. You understand? So it's really, really difficult now than it used to be. There's so many challenges now.
But do you think you've achieved a lot doing this job for this long?
Yeah, I believe I have to an extent. Though I've not gotten to where
You
I'm
want
supposed
to
to.
Okay.
Yes, due to the whole issue that happened previously, money got seized and everything. I mean, those are things I'm supposed to use to, and I lavished a lot of money. Let me put it that way. Did a lot of lavishing.
Like what and what did you spend some of your money on?
I stayed in a hotel that was 40K every day for a year.
They did not do discount?
No, excluding feeding, excluding my friends coming around taking an extra room. So if you calculate that in a year, you know what you come up with.
So aside that, there was no time, since you are someone that worked in club, there was no time you went to club. Maybe carry girls, spend money on them. You didn't do that one? Or there was no time for you to explore?
I'm not that type.
That type?
I carry girls, I don't.
And coupled with the fact how you grew up.
Yeah. So I've been okay. You see the shoes I'm putting on, right?
Yeah.
It's something that happened when I was very young.
Okay.
My eyes are okay. Nothing wrong with my eyes.
Yes, I know. I've
but
seen
the reason
your
why
eyes.
I'm putting it,
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I was very shy.
Why?
Right, I was very, very shy. So I can't look you in the eyes while talking to you. So I'll put on the shades that will make me not. I'll be facing here, but I'm looking at it, but I'm facing here. You get? So that was how I used to put on shades, dark shades then, and I got used to it.
So how did you overcome the shyness for the older ladies that you were with and all?
It just happened. I got exposed. So it happened.
So currently now, what do you want to do for yourself, for your family? You've gotten a new place that you're working, people you're working with.
Yes, I intend to not to make the mistake I made previously.
Concerning how you spend your money?
Yes, 1, 2, allowing these people to take advantage of the fact that you don't want to lose them.
Okay.
And then acquire so much debt and you have to pay for those debts.
Okay.
Most of these CEOs don't really care. They only just bring the money. They don't care if this person has spent 100 million previously.
Yeah.
But if it's only 1 million, go and collect it till you pay with your salary or you pay with your percentage or something.
So by the time you open your own club, what are those things that you look out for that you would want to correct so that it doesn't repeat itself?
Trust me, I know every single thing about clubbing.
You should know
every single corner about it. So there are strategies I'm going to use that will drag people in and will work for people as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, thank you very much. As you guys have seen and watched that Mr. Philz, the best, like one, I will not even just say just the best. He's like one of the top best in Benin PRO, and I know he wants to expand this. Of course, you have plans of expanding it to other states, right? Of course,
definitely. Like there are plans actually down.
Has people not called you from Lagos, where they used to boy?
I have.
Club in Lagos is 24 hours.
I've been called in Lagos. I've been called in Abuja.
Okay.
I've been called in Asaba. I've been given
Asaba
so
is
many.
Another place. I used to hear things
at that point, I felt like this is my base.
Okay.
Right? Whatever I want to do, it should be here.
To be here, okay.
If I'm living here, I'm going to start from. I've been called to Cubana.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've been called there. But then I was at my prime at that time.
Okay, so you don't want to just follow.
No, I don't want to I'm more of like the managerial PR now. Like they're bringing younger ones, I train them. Though I still have my clique, my people, right? But I bring the younger ones, teach them how to go about the job. Then a lot of people just like, oh, don't worry, do anything you want to do just to bring these people. But I let them know, no. There are strategies you can use to bring this guy without doing some certain things.
And still make it legal, like.
Yes, you understand. But don't get influenced by these people.
Okay.
Don't take things like you're not supposed to.
Oh, I'm glad you're letting them know the disadvantage part of it.
It's if you're not focused, you get carried away. That's the truth. You will get carried away, start taking things like there's some of PRs then that got involved in a lot of all these things, and till date there are nothing to write them about. Some of them, they were into drugs, right? Like selling drugs and taking all this stuff, and they got, they just do these things to just entice these people. Like, hey, are they done with you? You don't have to let them know you do it.
And your wife is
Take,
also
I don't
comfortable
want.
with the job, right?
Yeah, she's cool. She met me there.
Okay. That's nice. I'm glad that you want the young ones that wants to do this kind of job know the disadvantage. That's very, very important.
Yes, they should know. And
Yes.
stay away from hard drugs. It
Please.
kills. It kills.
Please, if you're working,
Drugs, stay
you can
away.
work in club
Stay away.
so that you see money and take care of yourself, but
Stay away
don't
from
do the
drugs.
illegal
And
things.
stay away from elderly women too.
That's very important because this experience, I think that's why you were just entering different relationships.
It actually affected me.
Okay,
It did actually.
okay.
It did affect me.
Please, guys, you've heard, and I know you've learned one or two things from this. And for those that are very young, in case you're watching this, you're underage, like under 18, and you feel like older person is approaching, be it a girl or a guy, please talk to someone close to you, be it your family.
Speak up.
Please, they're abusing you. Don't
be
feel like
enticed.
don't collect. My mom used to say, if stranger give you something, bring it home and show us.
Don't get
show
enticed.
your parents, please.
Then and now, and the kind of enticing now is crazy.
It's now bad.
It's now
you
crazy,
get
for
it's
real.
now really, really bad.
The world has really changed.
Please don't allow them to spoil you with that chick. I know you want money, but don't be carried away, please. Even if you want to collect, tell your parent, tell them that this is so that they can talk to the person. Why are you giving my son or my daughter this gift or anything? Please, even if your parents are those kind of parents that wants to support, because some parents they exactly support all of those things. Oh, give me, we'll collect all those kind of things.
Yeah.
Talk to your aunties, uncle, teachers. There are people you can talk to. Okay, you can even go to human rights people
Report.
report.
We have people like
that's an
VDM,
abuse.
we have people like
Please, that's an abuse. They are
SOS.
taking advantage of you. And I'm glad that you could share this part of your story. Honestly speaking, I've actually learned a lot, and I know it's crazy out there.
It's crazy.
It's
for real.
crazy because, of course, you're a rich kid and you were still enticed with all those. I think maybe those are all these that were freaking you now. You know, now you wanted your own money, wanted to save, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
I get okay. So, guys, thank you all so much, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rhythm Africa. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Remain Rhythm Africa, and please watch out for Mr. Philz. Very soon, he's going to open his own club.
Amen.
And he's going to expand it.
Amen.
Once it's out, we'll still put it out there and tell you the
Amen.
name of the club.
Exactly.
It's one of the best, like top best in Benin. It's one of the best PRO. So thank you very much. I remain your favorite girl, Kachi Celestin. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.